You are now listening to the Highly Evolved Podcast with your host, Safan. Transmission will commence momentarily.
How you guys doing? This is the Highly Evolved Podcast. My name is Safan. You can find me on Twitter and Gab.ai. Before we start, I just want to say that this is a real American channel for real American patriot. If you're not a real American channel, you do not belong in here, then please exit the channel. On that note, let's start the show. In this episode, I want to talk about the story that what happened in Denver, right? I want to share this story. For some reason, Denver has been in the news for the past week. They've been in the news a lot, all right? There's been the shootings, all right? The Denver Nuggets is in the playoff, and a lot of stuff is happening in Denver right now, right? Just a lot of things happening in Denver. One thing that's happening in Denver is a story that Denver has become the first city to decriminalize hallucinogenic magic mushroom, aka, and it's go by another name. I can't pronounce it's a scientific name, but I'm guessing they're gonna tell us in this article, right? Now, if you're interested in the article, I'll leave it in the description below, as always. But let's start the article. All right, Denver will decriminalize magic mushroom, which contain hallucinogenic compound psilocybin. I think that's what it's called. Psilocybin, right? Denver will decriminalize magic mushroom, which contain hallucinogenic compound psilocybin. Denver has approved city ordinance to decriminalize hallucinogenic mushroom. City election division said the intention to ordinance 301 or the Denver's psilocybin mushroom initiative was approved Tuesday by less than 2,000 votes. Wow, that's a small margin. Out of everybody, 2,000 people vote, according to preliminary results from the election division. About 50.5% of voters support the ordinance, while about 49.4% goes against it, election officials said. Result will not become official until May 16. All right, so it's not official yet until May 16. So that's like next week. All right. May 15, all right. Let's say. All right. The ordinance text seek to deprioritize the greatest extent possible criminal penalty imposed by the city of Denver for the personal use of personal possession of psilocybin mushrooms. I think what they're saying is that decriminalizing is different from legalizing. So basically, it's like it's still illegal to have it, but it won't be harshly enforced at all. It's like they'll look the other way because it's a small. They look at it as a minor infraction. That's what it is. So it's not gonna be looked at as a hard thing. It's like back in the days when they caught like a gram of weed. It's not most people just usually avoid it. So that's what they're referring to. But it's not decriminalized. I mean, it's not legalizing yet. It's still illegal. It's just not. You're not gonna be prosecuted. You'll probably get a ticket for it. But let's continue on with the article. The city is set to establish a policy reviewing panels to assess the report and effective of the ordinance per the initiative requirement. A range of mushroom species naturally contain the compound psilocybin, which has hallucinogenic properties. The U.S. Department of Justice lists psilocybin as a Schedule 1 controlled substance, meaning official federal policies state that the fungi have no medical property. Okay. Sorry, I got scratch my eyes. I got a little itch. Sorry. Okay. Basically, it just stated what I just said. It's not criminalized. It's not legalized. It's still criminal. The reason why it's still is not legalized is because it's still scheduled it's still considered as Schedule 1 in federal law. Okay. So, excuse me. I apologize for that. I just got scratched my nose. I want to save you the burden of seeing me scratch my nose. But yeah, as I was saying, it's still illegal, right? It just won't be frowned upon. Not say frowned upon. It just won't be looked at as serious as it is anymore. All right, but you could still get a ticket because it's still under federal law, so it's still illegal. That's why they can't. Well, they can't legalize it. They legalize marijuana, but that's a whole different issue. But it's just only decriminalizing it. It's not legalizing it. That's what people need to understand. It's the two different things. Don't conflate the two. But let's continue with the article. Also, although it doesn't legalize the mushroom, of the ordinance would prohibit the city from spending resources to impose criminal penalty. That means cops won't look at it to impose it anymore. So they're just gonna waive it off. On these, on those who have, oh my ears, who have them, of those who have them, the drug have long been popular for recreational uses, but by a growing body of medical research, it shows that the psilocybin can treat conditions like anxiety, depression, in case where drug currently on the market cannot. For instance, 2017 study published in the Journal of Nature shows that 47% of patients experiences treatment-resistant depressions showed positive response at 5 weeks after receiving psilocybin treatment. In 2018, researchers from Johns Hopkins University called the removal of psilocybin from list Schedule 1 substance. Denver has led the nation in changing drug policy. Kevin Matthew, the campaign of director of decriminalization Denver, organizing the passport effective of decriminalizing psilocybin mushroom. Matthew told CNN, I'm sorry, this is from a CNN article. It's fake news. I know, but yeah. But I just want to show you the article. I don't care about, well, I do care about CNN, but we all know they're fake news. But let's read this with an open mind. That the credit mushroom with quote, really saving my life. Okay, let me read that over. Kevin Matthew, a campaign director of Decriminalize Denver, organized a grassroots effort to decriminalize psilocybin mushroom. Matthew told CNN he created the mushroom. He credited the mushroom with really saved my life. He had been a cadet at the United States Military Academy when he developed major depression and received a medical discharge. Quote, my life have crumbled beneath my feet, he said it. After years of suffering and not finding a solution, Matthew said friend introduced him to psilocybin mushroom. Quote, the positive effect lasts weeks and weeks and weeks, he said it. I have been feeling pretty isolated and alone until then can see the love all around me. We'll talk about the effect after we read this article, but let's finish the article first. On his website, Decriminalize Denver said humans have used these mushrooms for thousands of years for healing and rite of passage, spiritual insight, strengthening communities, and raising consciousness. The group also argued that one arrest is too many for something with such low and manageable risk for most people relative to this potential benefit. The initiative received endorsement from the Denver Green Party and the Libertarian Party of Colorado. In January, Decriminalizing Denver announced that it collect nearly 9,500 signatures and turn the paperwork in for Denver Election Division and get the initiative placed on the ballot. At the time, Jeff Hunt, Vice President of Public Policy for Colorado Christian University, told CNN affiliate KMGH that he opposed the decriminalizing of magic mushroom in the city. He said the ordinance might discharge tourists from coming in the city. Denver is quickly becoming the illicit drug capital of the world, Hunt said. The truth is we have no idea what's the long-term effect of these drugs and are going to do due to the people of Colorado. The ballot initiative will build previous effect regarding the drug ordinance. In 2005, the city became the first major city in the United States to legalize the possession of small amount of marijuana, according to the marijuana project policy. End of article. Okay. Now, what people say, the reason why they use this is for spiritual reasons, right? Because when you take this, it said it in the article, because when you take magic mushroom, it's going to be in your system for a while, for a long time. They don't know for how long yet. I'm not sure for how long, but a friend of mine, I know a friend who take magic mushroom, he said that after taking magic mushroom, he could still feel the effect, right? What you do is you take it, you chew it up, munch it up, and you swallow it. Next thing you know, you have this licit effect on you. Like it's like a dream and manipulate your sight, your vision, and what it sees you. The thing is, what they say with spirituality is that some people who take magic mushroom have this connection with God. It's like a portal. What the thing with magic mushroom is, I heard in a show that it's like it opens your mind so you can connect with God better, right? It's like a window for you to see with God, right? It's a spiritual thing, and people take it because of I don't know, tradition, because it's somewhat like the South American people in Chile take the Ayakawa or whatever it is, right? And then it's like a cultural thing, right? But magic mushroom is like the psilocybin have this effect on your mind, which it opens your mind up and sees multiple angles of things, right? It probably have some hallucinogenic effect too, manipulate shapes and stuff, but it's only within the mind. But some testimony out there that said that magic mushroom allowed them to connect with God better, right? It actually make them more aware of their surroundings, right? And yes, it'll be in your system when you could get tested. People could test you, take your blood sample, and it'll still be in your system for a while. So you can have this effect. Your mind can have this effect for a while. I don't know when. Let me know in the comment below. But that's the reason why people take it. Now, the reason why people counteract this thing is that they don't know what's the long-term effect, like the guy already described it, because it have a long effect on your body. People could still feel it weeks after weeks after weeks, but I'm not sure how many weeks it's gonna be in your body. Is it forever? I heard people said, I heard two stories through the grapevine that people who take it could feel it like throughout their whole life. They still could feel like within a year or something. They might be exaggerating. I'm not sure, but don't count me on that. But that's what the long-term effect. But some of the people is not sure how long-term effect, right? People, because there are been accident, like in my city, there's been stories about a guy who took magic mushroom and he jumped off the windows, right? People don't know how to handle it, right? That because like it's like marijuana. Not a lot of people. Some people, it's for some people, and it's for, and some people can't. Let me just say it over. Some people can deal with it, and some people can't deal with it. Some people paranoid. They can't handle the highness of the weed, and some people can. Same goes with the magic mushroom. So when they see something manipulating with their mind, some people can handle it, and some people can't. All right. Some people can handle it, and some people can't. Now, they said there's a theory that magic mushroom was also used during the Bible time too. That's what, in theory, people said that's what Moses was eating when he was up Mount Sinai, or there's magic mushroom, and he was eating this thing, and that's how he got connected with God. All right, but that's just only stories I'm hearing, like from random sources, from other podcasts, right, and other people who dealt with the magic mushroom. That's the reason why Moses seen the burning bush, right? So that's just one thing, but that's some of the effect, right? And some people are afraid because it might be a gateway drug, right? But I'm not. As a gateway drug, I guess not. I'm not sure. I don't think it's gonna be like. I think it's more like marijuana. When people take magic mushroom, it's not an addiction, all right? Because I know I have testimony of people who took magic mushroom. that they're not addicted to it. The reason why people take it is for spiritual reason. People take it, they don't take it magic mushroom every day, like smoking weed. When you smoke a joint, then you need another joint, or smoke a cigarette. It's not that kind of addiction. It's not an addiction at all. They take it because it helps them think better when they needed it. All right, they don't have a craving for it. They probably have whenever they're down or whenever they're how am I supposed to say this while looking so pro drug, right? Because I'm not for drugs at all, but they take it when it's like when somebody go on a sabbaticals, right? They don't go on sabbaticals all the time, but when they take it, they take a few weeks out to regenerate themselves. That's what it is. It's like when you stress a lot, they take it to regenerate themselves, to be more enlightened to God. It's not an addiction. That's what I heard from people, from testimonies. When I was like that, yes, that's not addiction to me, because addiction is when people can't stop taking it, like when they're on like Xanax or Xanny bars, right? You know what Xanny bar is? Opioids, right? It's totally different from opioid. Opioid is a dopamine rush. It's like a pleasureness. Now, for psilocybin is not like I don't think it released that kind of dopamine, that serotonin in your brain, that receptacles. It releases a different kind of molecules in your receptacles. The molecules that make you have a personal relationship with God. All right, that's what it is. But it's not like a Xanny bars, a Xanax, when you don't have no emotion, can't just look there and just stare in the wall with no expression, like a zombie. It's not that kind of enlightenment. But getting back to the article, this guy said he don't like it because it's turning Denver into a direct capital of the world, because when you look at Denver, there's a pot shop everywhere you go. It's like let's say, it's like saying you go to the ghetto, you see nothing but liquor store, gun store, and all that stuff, right? You don't want to see that, I mean, yeah, weed is illegal, but sometimes you get people need to chill out with it, I mean, yeah, but you just can't expose this to kids as well, because kids, they're gonna be wondering, right? They're gonna be adventurous and see how is this gonna work, and you're gonna try kids like now, like vaping. Like now, kids are trying to vape as well because they've seen people doing it. Right? People will gravitate to something that's popular, but when I see weed or psilocybin, I probably see it like a medical benefits. All right. But yet again, for me, being freedom, because the ultimate freedom is get the choice to do whatever you want to do. That's the ultimate freedom, all right? You have the choice to do it. Now, they're not forcing you to take this, all right? They're not shoving it on your mouth. That's forcing. That's fascism or whatever, right? That's forcing you to do it, but they're not forcing you to do it. All right, it gives you a choice of freedom, like what you want to do. And if it's for freedom, I'm all for it. There's more freedom. That's less restriction and more freedom. That's what I believe, right? I'm not gonna take it because I don't feel like I need it right now, right? But at least there's an option out there to say I'm allowed to take it without being persecuted anymore. But I'm not a dopehead. I don't smoke weed. I don't take mushrooms. I don't drink. All right. I don't smoke. So I have no problem with this. All right. What I do have problem is when people abuse it, like everything else. All right. There's a limit. It's moderations, right? Like drinking. Like I don't have people drinking, but when they drink too much and can't handle themselves, that's when there's a problem. It's all in moderations. That's what it is. But yet again, there should be less restriction because restriction is basically taking your freedom away from you living your life. So I'm not for that. I'm for legalizing, but I'm not for heavily restricted. But yet again, I'm also an advocate of moderate uses, not overdoing it, because when you overdo it, too much of stuff is always bad, right? Too much, like eating sugar. When you eat too much sugar, you can get diabetes. When you eat too much, what what other thing is bad for you? When you eat too much carbohydrate, you get fat, right? When you don't exercise as much, you get fat. When you take too much speed, you overdose. When you take too much prescription, you die. All right, there's moderation. You just don't overdo anything. All right, but magic mushroom is totally different. Well, people will get extremely paranoid if they eat like a handful of mushroom, but that's only if you're stupid enough to do that. But with moderation, I believe it. But I'm like I'm like a broken record, repeating myself right now, and I'm noticing this, and you guys probably get tired of listening to me right now. But yeah, all in all, I just want to say that I'm for decriminalizing, but in moderations, because I don't want Denver to look like the ghetto with all mushroom shop, with all drug shop, because you don't want to go to a neighborhood and see nothing but that. But yeah, let me know what you think. I'll leave the article below. Right, I just find this article interesting because Denver, there's a lot of things going in Denver right now, and I can see this this video has been on for 22 minutes right now. Yeah, Denver they have their finals. I mean, their playoff, the school shootings. There's accidents. They have the Denver's a police state. People try to take their guns away. A lot of things happened in Denver this week, man, guys, and it's kind of suspicious. A lot of news happened in Denver. They're legalizing mushrooms. I mean, not legalizing, decriminalizing mushrooms, but yeah, keep an eye on Denver, because Denver is a very Masonic state out there, right? If you don't know about the occult. But let me know you like this article. Let me know you agree. I might dabble. I might sound like a broken record. I'm sorry for that. And if you guys made it to this video the whole way, thank you for listening. And I'm not sponsored by YouTube. So, I mean, I'm unrestricted, I'm rehearsed, unedited. I'm not bound by any outside interference. Because of that, I'm not taking any donations, all right, from anybody. So I'm doing this all for free, just to tell America what's up, bring them back to reality. Okay, guys? But I'm not taking any donation. I'm doing this because it's my passion. I just want to do this to make people aware of what kind of world they're living in, all right? If you want to support what I do, follow me on social media, Twitter, and Get That AI. Most importantly, I'm trying to reach a lot of people by subscribe to my channel and let me know who am I reaching to. So if you guys subscribe to my channel, I appreciate it, and I try to make my video daily. I'll try to produce as much content as I can to fulfill you guys' desire to watch my video. And if you yeah, and thanks for watching my video. I'm talking too much and you stop right now. All right. On that note, guys, this is the HighlyEvolvedPodcast. My name's Stefan, and thanks for listening. I'll check you guys in the next broadcast, and I'm signing out. Peace.